Hi guys, it's Jen here and welcome to Jen's Wild About Art. So today I'm going to do a picture of a gorgeous flying fox, otherwise known as a fruit bat. These guys live all around Australia. They have a keen sense of smell. They have good eyesight. They're protected here in Australia now. They had a bit of trouble. Their habitat's been damaged by clearing and stuff like that. So now they're protected so we can keep them safe. They're found around, or pretty much all over Australia. They live in the coastal areas. We have them here in Victoria. They live in the rainforests. They're sort of pretty much all over. They love their eucalypt forests, and they eat nectar and pollen from Banksias, melaleucas, lily pillies, things like that. The females have one baby a year and they carry that baby on them until it's a few weeks old or too heavy to carry when they fly and everything. So they carry their little bubba with them, which is just absolutely gorgeous. So they're pretty incredible animals. So as you can see, I'm doing him in with a watercolour base. So I'm using my Senneliers and my Schmincke watercolours today. And I've done a bit of grey and now I'm adding in a browny grey for his wings. And I'll take that all over, and then at the end I'll go over with coloured pencil. So I'm having a mixed media day today, so I thought this would be a bit of fun, and I'm using my Saunders Waterford cotton paper, watercolour paper in smooth, because I love the smooth paper for animal portraits. So now I'm adding in a reddy brown for the nape of his neck, because they do have a reddy brown sort of neck area and a very dark body, so I've added that in with the bit of Payne's grey, bit of burnt umber, bit of ultramarine. So now I'm just adding some detail to his eye. I've started with the coloured pencil. I waited till everything was dry, and now I'm going back in with the coloured pencil. So as I said before, these guys have good eyesight, so they use their sight and their hearing and their sense of smell to find food. They're called the flying fox, as you can see, because they do have a fox-like face. They're really quite pretty to look at. They're just lovely looking animals. And I'm just drawing around his ears now. And now I'm starting to go in with some fur texture over the top of the watercolour. And I'm adding a little bit of colour ochre to his ears and a little bit of a red colour, just because their ears are quite thin. And you can see the blood vessels through their ears, so I've added a little bit of red. So now I'm going over the top of the grey with my white pencil, and then I'll add mixtures of greys through it all. So I just take that across everywhere that's going to be light a bit, and it's starting, as you can see, it's sort of blending out the watercolour, which is really awesome. So you take that all over his whole body and his cute little sticky legs. They've got quite little bodies, which is really funny. They're hilarious looking. They're gorgeous faces and then these funny little bodies. But massive wingspans, as I mentioned before. I think they're about 2 metres wide, or 5 to, what are they? Yeah, about 2 metres wide, or about, what's that? About 6 feet odd wide. When their wings are open, so they're quite large. They're massive creatures, but they're interesting. Like I said, we have them around here, and I've seen them down on the river, and they're like a dog hanging from the trees. So they're rather funny. But and now I'm going around some of the outline with some Micron pens, just to tidy up some lines and add a bit of detail. So I'm having fun with all the different tools today. I'm using my paints, my pencils, and my Microns. So now I'm going over the darkest shadow areas with the black pencil, just to add a bit of depth, and pop his little toes in, put some furry bits around his outside, and just add a bit of detail to his arms. So now I'm going over with a very dark brown onto his wings, because he's got a mixture of black and brown. Add some finer detail to his ears. And a little bit of a dark red down his face and onto his nose and into his ears as well. And now I'm adding some detail around his face, just some fur detail. And now pop the branch in and just keep the branch really simple, because the focus is all on the flying fox. So yeah, so I pop just a rough detail into the branch. And I finish off with some detail on the little guy's face. So I do his ears. Now I go in with a little bit of black around his body, or dark grey rather. It's a very dark grey around his body and his legs. Take that right down both legs. And he's got a very dark patch on his back there, so I add that in. And we're just about done. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I had an absolute ball drawing and painting this little guy. Yeah, it was lots of fun to do. I'd love it if you click like and subscribe. And if you click on the bell icon, you'll see my future videos. Anyway, I hope you all have an awesome day, and I'll catch you next video. Okie doke. Bye.